mit seinem eigenen Aufschlagspiel.
Love.
They're playing for a first prize of $54,000. The runner-up will take away $31,800. They've played 5 times before, and this man has won all 5.
Love. Game, Bruguera.
Bruguera wins the opening game to love. Welcome back. The bad news, I'm afraid, is it started raining again. Forecast this morning was for a dry day, but it started to drizzle. As you can see for the moment, though, players are going to continue, but the umbrellas are up. And the 2 latecomers coming in at the side of the court. Just holding up Karol Novacek as he prepares to serve at love 1 in the first set.
Love.
Novacek, 28 years of age. Bruguera is 22. Karol ranked 14 compared with Bruguera's 5.
Love.
Oh. Not sure whether Karol is happy with the conditions. No protest to the umpire, George Diaz. But obviously they're far from ideal. I hope they're videoing the match. Have a nice memento of themselves. Karol will remember that forehand, flicking it very nicely. 40-15. Good serve.
Game, Novacek. One game off.
Maybe he's just a little worried that the surface, the top dressing, is cracking up a bit.
15. All.
Bruguera showing that he too can whip that forehand, flicking the wrist, but again Novacek just gesturing. Yes, Carroll's not at all happy with the conditions. For the moment, we play on.
$15-30.
It's just a question of whether the players can get a firm footing. Of course, the court is much slower now, being damp.
30 all.
Difficult for a player trying to keep his concentration when he is unhappy at the weather and the state of the court. He's got to try and keep those things out of his mind, though.
Game, no. Game Bruguera. Bruguera leads 2-1.
So the first three games go with serve. Let's talk about their five previous meetings. First met in Rome in 1989, the Italian Championships, of course. 2-6, 6-4, 6-3. Bruguera won on that occasion. Same year, a couple of weeks later, they met in the French Open, Bruguera winning 6-4, 6-1, 1-6, 6-3. In 1991, they met in Estoril in Portugal. Spaniard won 7-6, 6-1. Last year, they met in the World Team Cup in Dusseldorf. Bruguera won 6-4, 6-2. And this year, they won, meeting again at the Italian Championships in the Foro Italico. 6-4, 6-1 to the Spaniard. Well, isn't it a depressing scene? And George D is having a little look for himself. I wonder if he's called for the tour supervisor. He's just checking whether these little areas are getting slippery. Is George one of the full-time officials employed by the tour?
Time.
He's clearly satisfied himself that it's still safe to play.
Bitte Ruhe. Dankeschön. Love 15.
That's not an opinion that Carroll clearly shares. Obviously the crowd wanted to play on. And if you're worried about slipping and injuring yourself, well, it's a difficult dividing line, isn't it? But Carroll should get on with it, I think. He's made his views quite clear. He's ultimately got to leave those decisions to the officials. But certainly if this rain keeps up, it's not going to be much longer, I'm afraid, I think, before we're stopped. His second ace.
Bitte Ruhe. .40-30.
That's a depressing sight, isn't it? Definitely coming down harder now.
Game, Novacek. Match suspended.
There we are. Well, it was the second service ace.
Platz Equipe bitte Center Court zuerst abdecken und anschließend auch den
But I'm
kleinen
afraid
Center Court.
at
Danke.
2-all in the opening set of this final, the rain has beaten us once again. Welcome back once more as we restart
15 wide.
with the score at 2-all. After some 15 minutes of actual play in the first set. In this final, which has been reduced from the best of 5 sets to the best of 3. First 4 games before the interruption. Going with serve, and it's Bruguera at 30 love at 2-all. Terribly difficult for the players on and off, like yo-yos. Not much fun for the crowd either.
Game, Bruguera. Bruguera leads 3-2.
And he started the match with the love service game, did Sergei, and he's restarted it with the love service game. Bruguera playing in his 4th consecutive Gstaad final, and he's the first player since Boris Becker at Wimbledon from 1988 to 1991 to reach the final of the same tournament, 4 years in a row. Crowds flocking back in. We heard that play is underway again. It's a lovely deceptive service action, Bruguera. Doesn't put any effort into it, but he can time the ball very efficiently indeed.
Time.
There's a day for mopping up receipts. Maybe putting a bit of newspaper or polythene down.
Sie witte Platz. Bitte Ruhe. Dankeschön.
2-3.
15 love.
Fourth ace from Novacek, and with the players a little uncertain as to their footing, I think we may see quite a few aces.
30 love. Love. $40-15.
Nice to hear the crowd so enthusiastic, appreciative of the players for battling it out in difficult circumstances. That return of Bruguera almost skidded sideways off the line. He took advantage of it well, and the lovely low volley is how he kept the racket head above the level of the wrist. 40 love back to 40-30.
Game, Novacek. 3 games all. Love 15.
Well, there was an example of how difficult it is to change direction.
Love 30.
Fine hitting here from Novacek. Really set up the first real opportunity for a break of serve. $15-30. Was indeed a chance.
30 all.
Doesn't he know it?
40-30. Juice.
Quite sure what the bells are ringing out for. A little early for afternoon mass, or evening mass. I suppose it could be a Sunday afternoon wedding.
Advantage, Bruguera.
Well, I understand Novacek's frustration at another error when he had a real opportunity to get in. But I can also understand the crowd's reactions.
Juice.
He's going for broke on the service returns, isn't he, knowing that Bruguera is going to struggle to move.
Advantage, Novacek.
So here's the first break point of the match.
Juice. Advantage, Bruguera. Game, Bruguera. Bruguera leads 4.
Bruguera ahead 4-3,
No battle.
coming through the first little crisis of the match.
Nehmen Sie bitte Platz.
Karol Novacek about to serve with new tennis balls. 3-4 down in this first set, having missed that first break point opportunity. During the changeover, Sergei Bruguera has put a new grip on his racket. Everyone's been busy.
Love 15.
Of course, Novacek being the heavier man, conditions really suit his opponent. A little lighter of foot, so therefore grip on the wet court is a problem.
15 all.
Bruguera should have less difficulty. But it's the power, greater power of Novacek, particularly on the serve, that's keeping the Czech on level terms at the moment.
First serve.
Sergei contesting his 6th final of the year. Won 2 of them, Monte Carlo and French Open. Lost in the final in Milan, Barcelona and Madrid.
30 all.
Six ace for Carroll, who's in his 5th final. He's won Dubai and Zaragoza, runner-up in Rotterdam and Estoril.
Deuce.
Nice to see the sun back out. Hope it stays out. Bruguera wanting a little look at the mark. He thinks the serve was long. Novacek can't believe him. George Diaz thinks it was out as well. Very unpleasant from Novacek. Surprised he got away with it.
Advantage Novacek.
But at least he won the point.
Deuce.
Yes, and I think by his language, he's turned 1 or 2 more spectators into favouring the Spaniard.
Advantage Bruguera.
It's somewhat that awkward, really. It's more from the side. Bruguera showing the lesson of getting every ball back. And a bad miss indeed from Novacek. And it's break point against him. That's out.
Game. Bruguera. Bruguera leads 5-3.
So it's the defending champion who gets the first break of serve. And now he will serve for the opening set.
15.
Well, Novacek really has had some chances. Again, easy mid-court ball. And makes an awful hash of the approach.
Oh. 30-15.
No doubt who's the man full of confidence at the moment.
40-15.
Bruguera starting to hit clean winners from every corner of the court, and he has 2 set points.
Bitterroer. .40-30.
The first set is Bruguera's after 36 minutes.
6-3.
He takes it by 6-3. Karol Novacek serving at the start of the second set of the final of the Rado Swiss Open. First set to Sergei Bruguera. 6-3. Remember, this match been reduced to the best of 3 sets because of all the bad weather over the last couple of days.
Love 15.
Novacek suffering a crisis of confidence at the moment. Remember, he had the break point to move ahead 4-3 in the first set and hasn't won a game since then.
Oh. 15-all. $15-30. $30-all. $40-30.
Seventh ace.
Out. Deuce.
Well, that was an overrule. George Diaz. And it's the first double fault of the match.
Bitterroer. advantage, Bruguera.
Real problems then for Novacek. A real opportunity for Bruguera to win a fourth successive game and to get an early lead in the second set. Novacek having one of those days.
First game, second set.
Doesn't feel the court's suiting him. Didn't like the conditions, the fact they were made to play the first 4 games in pretty steady rain. And since the resumption, making far too many unforced errors. The Spanish flag in evidence. And Luis Bruguera there must be thinking, another title coming the way of my son. Bruguera must be thinking that it's all gone much more easily than he could have hoped for today. Remember, he had to resume at 10 o'clock this morning against Mark Gollner. At 3-all in the first set, promptly reeled off 9 games in a row. You just saw there George Diaz motioning to 2 lines officials. They're just changing linesmen around. Yeah, there we go. Changing the service linesman. It's a good idea just to diffuse any potential problems. If you feel one linesman struggling a bit, just move him. Takes the pressure off him. Surely be asking, or expecting too much to think that Bruguera could again run through 9 successive games from 3-all in the first set. But he's taken 4 of them. Novacek is becoming more and more dispirited by the moment. Just lift him a bit. Fine play from both of them.
(30-15).
Excellent pick up there on the half volley. And the volley itself was pretty easy.
You check the mark.
We're having another mark examined, are we? Camera persisting. Carroll really does think that the world is against him at the moment. Certainly that George Diaz is against him.
40-15.
So the serve real good.
Game. Bruguera. It is too low.
So Novacek needs to regroup rapidly. A set down and now love 2 down.
Fifteen love. Thirty love.
Out.
40 love.
A love game for Novacek. He'll feel a lot better
Bruguera leads
after that.
2-1.
And here's Sergei Bruguera, the defending champion at the Rado Swiss Open, seemingly in control of this match.
Bitte Ruhe. Dankeschön.
Serving at a set and 2 games to 1.
15 love.
Stop.
30 love.
And how often have we seen that in this match? Novacek getting himself into a good position, working hard in a rally, and then blowing the opportunity, really.
Stop.
$30-15.
At last, Carroll getting the final shot right, as well as the ones that preceded it.
$40-15.
But Bruguera playing full of confidence as well as he might, given the situation in this final.
Check the mark. Game. Bruguera. Bruguera leads 3-1.
I think Carroll is despairing of ever getting a call to go his way at the moment. Indeed, of anything going his way. But they do say you make your own luck. And certainly Bruguera is riding his well at the moment. 1-3, Novacek serving, second set. Best of 3 set match, remember.
15 love.
Out!
30 love. Hit, first serve.
Out!
40 love.
Carroll getting back in the service rhythm he had in the early stages of this match, which, as you can see, has now lasted 52 minutes of actual playing time.
Right!
40-15.
Second double fault.
Game, Novacek. Bruguera leads 3-2.
Achtung bitte, Herr Ochsenbein wird gebeten, an den Radostand zu kommen. An den Radostand bitte, Herr Ochsenbein.
So at least Carroll staying with his opponent now, after that run of 5 games that left him trailing by a set and love 2. It began to look as if he might fade away rather quickly, but he has certainly regrouped to that extent and has dropped just 1 point in his last 2 service games. Tall man, 6'3", Karol Novacek, and powerfully built, of that there's no doubt. Contemplating how he can possibly fight his way back into a match and against an opponent he's never before overcome. 5 previous matches have all gone to Bruguera.
Bitterruhe.
The Spaniard looks like a man in control of things.
Out!
15 love. $30 love. $40 love.
Ace number 4 from Bruguera. Oh, terrific shot.
Game. Bruguera. Bruguera leads 4-2.
Really generated an enormous amount of pace off that shot.
Love 15. All.
Ace number 8. Well, this is an excellent point. Good serve. Very difficult return for Novacek to deal with. He dealt with it so well. And no mistake with the overhead. He guessed right. In this particular game, producing the best tennis of the match so far.
40-15.
Both men playing well at the same time. Bruguera had anticipated the stop volley, but Novacek in turn had anticipated the down the line shot. And here Sergei proving that he's not just a baseliner. Don't tell me it's starting to rain again.
Quiet, please.
The umbrellas going up, I noticed. Yes, a few hats going on. Well, George Diaz has not called out the score, which suggests that he's in some doubt. See if this tells us anything. Too close, really.
Deuce.
From this camera angle, but again the decision goes against Novacek, so that's his third double fault.
Advantage, Bruguera.
And it's turning into a virtuoso performance by the French Open champion. He has a point
Quiet, please.
to get the double break, which would leave him serving for the title.
Deuce.
Well, he made it. My word, I thought he pushed it long. It must have been so close. Oh, my word, right on the line.
First serve. Advantage, Novacek. Deuce.
Oh, Carroll trying to blast his man off the court, then trying to slice him almost into the court, and Bruguera having the answer to everything. Well played.
Advantage Novacek.
Bruguera prepared to run all day. But saying, come on, that's not fair. You were supposed to smash it to the far corner.
Deuce.
So this little drop shot, setting up a fourth deuce. Novacek got there. But maybe just a little delicate, or a little too delicate in the attempted reply.
Bruguera. Quiet, please. Quiet. Thank you. Advantage Novacek.
Well played, Karol Novacek. Really had to work for that one.
New balls. Bruguera leads 4-3.
Sergei Bruguera coming out to serve to Karol Novacek here.
Bruguera.
With the Spaniard 2 games away from retaining his Rado Swiss Open title, serving with new balls.
Check them out. It's good. It's good. Thank you.
This time Novacek
15 love.
Acknowledging that the serve was indeed good, and therefore it was a fifth ace.
all.
Don't think the rain has got any worse. It's great hitting from Novacek.
15-30.
And terrific placement of the shot as well. Really has raised his game to a new level now, Novacek, and wonderful opportunity to break back, to level off this second set.
Bruguera.
And he's done so.
Novacek. 4 games all.
But it's ironic in a way. Double this set will change things around. 4-all.
Well, 15. All. $15.30.
Those were precisely the type of unforced errors that Carroll has cut out of his game the last 5-10 minutes or so. $15.30.
For serve.
Oh, it's wide. What a miss.
15.40.
He's done all the hard work. Having been so close to falling 5-2 behind, he pulled it back to 4-all, and now the frustration of it all. 2 break points, which would leave Bruguera serving for the match at 5-4. Ooh, not very far away. Bruguera had anticipated the first smash so well. Only about a yard out. Still break point. Bruguera breaks again. Novacek furious. Bruguera will serve for the 5-4. Trying to retain the Rado Swiss Open title.
All. Bitte Ruhe. Dankeschön. .30-15.
2 points away from a 5th Spanish win here in Gstaad. Andres Jimeno in 1972, Emilio Sanchez in 87 and 91, and Sergei himself last year.
All. 40-30.
Championship point for Sergei Bruguera.
Bitte Ruhe. Quiet, thank you.
He's done it.
Game, set, match. Bruguera.
An hour and 17 minutes.
Wins 5 sets, full out. 6.
By